Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In the last video, I had shown you chapter 1 and in today's video, I'll be showing you chapter number 2. In this chapter, Karan and Rucha along with their friend John are visiting the Parc des Fela, the cat park. In this chapter, we will learn the animal vocabulary and also we'll see some grammar topics. So let's start chapter number 2, Alon's or Zoo. 2.1 Alonso Zoo. John Lacombe acompanha Karan e Rucha ao Parque de Fela. Ele prendeu o metro ao Parque de Fela. Rucha. Oh, il y a des loups ici? John. Oui, il y a des loups et des cerfs en Europe. Les ours existent au nord de l'Europe. Chez vous, y a-t-il des cerfs et des loups? Karan. Mais oui, et aussi des tigres, des lions, des éléphants, des ours, des singes. Il y a aussi des ours en Onde, mais ils sont plus petits. Rucha, etna oublie pas les serpents. John, maintenant en été, les animaux sont des horses, mais en hiver, ils sont dans des cages. Ce dimanche, John va amener les deux Indiens au parc de Astérie. Là, ils vont voir des requins, des phoques, etc. Au parc devant l'aquarium. Rucha. Oh, quel surpris! Quel est grand, ce poisson? John. Ah oui, c'est un orca. Il vient du pôle Nord. Karen. Il va y avoir un spectacle de dauphins bientôt. Allons oui. So now let's see the translation of the 2.1. John Lacombe accompanies Karin and Rucha at the Parc des Fela, the cat park. They take the metro. At the Parc des Fela, Rucha. Oh, are there wolves here? John. Yes, there are wolves and the stags, that is deers, in Europe. The bears exist in the north of Europe. At your place, are there stags and wolves? Current. But yes, and also tigers, lions, elephants, bears, and monkeys. There are also bears in India, but they are very small. Rucha. And do not forget the snakes. John. Now in summer, the animals are out, but in winter, they are in the cages. This Sunday, John is going to bring the two Indians at the Asterix Park. There they are going to see sharks, seals, etc. At the park in front of the aquarium. Rucha. Oh, what a surprise! How big is this fish? John. Oh, yes. This is an orca, a type of whale. It comes from the North Pole. Karan. They are going to have a dolphin show soon. Let's go there. So now we move on to the hard words in 2.1. Ah oui, ah yes. Chez vous, at your place. Yat il, are there. Il va y avoir, there is going to be. Ils vont voir, there are going to be. Allons we is, let's go there. So now we'll move on to 2.2, exprimer l'appreciation. Quel surpris, what a surprise. Que c'est magnifique, how magnificent. Quel beau spectacle, what a beautiful show. Now we move on to 2.3, le éléphant et la culture de l'Indien. Elephants are the largest existing mammals and also one of the most unique looking mammals too. They are also used in religious ceremonies and rituals in the Indian temples. They are very sacred animals to the Hindus. It is living incarnation of one of the Hindu god Ganesh. So now let's see 2.3. So en France, on voit les éléphants au zoo, mais en honte, on voit ces éléphants dans la forêt. Les éléphants sont très importants dans les tombes. Ils sont habillés de bijoux pendant le jour des fêtes. In France, one sees the elephants in the zoos, but in India, one can see the elephants in the forests. The elephants are very important in the temples. They are dressed up with jewelry on the festival days. So here's a continuation. Les éléphants travaillaient, ils transportaient du bois. Dans les réserves d'animaux, les touristes pouvant faire une promenade et dans l'éléphant. L'éléphant a une place importante dans la culture indienne. Again, the translation. The elephants work. They transport the woods. In the wildlife reserves, the tourists can take a ride on the back of the elephants. The elephant has an important place in the Indian culture. Now we'll see 2.4 vocabulary. So I have given the vocabulary of domestic animals, wild animals, and also marine animals. Le chien, that is dog. Le chat, it is cat. Le lapin, it is rabbit. Le souris, it is mouse. Le cochon d'Inde, it is guinea pig. Le hamster, it is hamster. Le vache, it is cow. Le cheval, it is horse. Now we'll see the wild animals. Le lion, it is lion. La tigre, tiger. Le éléphant, elephant. La songe, monkey. Le giraffe, giraffe. Le renard, fox. Le cerf, deer. And le kangaroo is kangaroo. Now we'll see the marine animals or also the amphibians. Le poisson, fish. Le tortoise, the tortoise. La grenouille, the frog. Le canard, duck. Le dauphin is dolphin. Le requin is shark. La pieuvre is octopus. Then again, we have some directions. North is masculine, it is north. South, it is again masculine, it is south. East, it is masculine, it is east. And west, it is masculine again, it is west. So now we will move on to the grammar topics which you are having in this lesson. So the first very important grammar topic you are having is the future proche. The future proche indicates an action which is going to take place in the near future. It is formed with the verb aller, to go, in the present tense, which is followed by an infinitive. So let's see the formation. Subject plus present tense of the verb aller, which means to go, plus the infinitive of the principal verb. Let's see an example. Nous allons visiter le musée. Nous is the subject. Allons is the present tense of the verb aller. And visiter le musée is the infinitive. Let us see how a verb is conjugated in the future proche in the three different forms. In the affirmative, let us conjugate the verb commencer, to begin. In the negative, let us conjugate the verb finir to finish. And in the interrogative, let us conjugate the verb descendre to descend. Affirmative, commencer to begin. Je va commencer la leçon. Tu vas commencer la leçon. Il va commencer la leçon. Elle va commencer la leçon. Nous allons commencer la leçon. Vous allez commencer la leçon. Elles vont commencer la leçon. Now we'll see negative, which is finir verb, which means to finish. Je ne vais pas finir. Tu ne vas pas finir. Il ne va pas finir. Elle ne va pas finir. Nous n'allons pas finir. Vous n'allez pas finir. Elles ne vont pas finir. So over here the vowels are clashing. So we put an apostrophe. Let's see interrogative. Descendre means to descend. Est-ce que je vais descendre? Vas-tu descendre? Va-t-il descendre? Va-t-elle descendre? Allons-nous descendre? Allez-vous descendre? Won't-elles descendre? Then the second topic, which is again very important, which is the pronoun. So first person singular, je, it is moi. Second person singular, tu, it is toi. Third person singular masculine, il is lui. And third person singular feminine, elle is elle. So instead of using je, tu, il, elle, we will be using moi, toi, lui, elle. So similar way for plural. First person plural, nous, nous. Second person singular plural, vous, vous. Third person plural for masculine is ils, you. And third person plural for feminine, it is else, else. Pronoun disjoints are tonic pronouns used for emphasis and in some special situations. They always refer to a person. They are used to emphasize a noun or a pronoun. They are also used to specify the individual part of the compound sentence. One important note, with the pronoun toni, you must distinguish between masculine and feminine in the third person singular and plural only. So they are mostly used after the prepositions given below. Let us see. Sans, it is without. Avec means with. Devant, in front of. Dans, inside. Pour is with. Après is after. Then let us see some examples. Example of pronoun tonic when it emphasizes the subject. Moi, je m'appelle Marie. Me, my name is Marie. Moi, je suis français. Et toi? Me, I am French. And you? Vous aimez les vacances? We like the vacations. Pierre, Louis, il aime les maths. Pierre, he likes mathematics. Then we'll see of pronoun disjoint, the examples after preposition. So over here I have only highlighted the prepositions. Ce n'est pas pour nous. Pour is the preposition over here. Il est plus grand que vous. Que is again the preposition. Ils sont arrivés avant eux. Again, avant is the preposition here. And Paul va au cinéma avec ses amis. Avec is the preposition. Now we'll move to the third grammar topic in this lesson, which is imperative, the imperative. The imperative is a mood. It exists only in three persons, tu, nu and wu form, it is used to generally express an advice or a suggestion. The subjects are dropped and also the second person s is omitted for the er ending verbs, especially second person singular, that is in tu form. So let's see the irregular verbs in the imperative. We the short form is save, which is S for savoir, A for avoir, V for vouloir, E for être. Vouloir verb, when conjugated in imperative, means kindly. Always remember this very important thing to note. So now let's see how are they conjugated. So the verb savoir in tu form, it is conjugated as sosh. In nous, sachons, vous, sachez. Avoir tiu et nous ayons, vous ayez. Vouloir tu will, nous willons, vous willez. Être tu sois, nous soyons, and vous soyez. This table is very important as per your portion. Now let's see examples. Parle or professeur. And one more important thing, in imperative, you have to always put the exclamation mark. If you forget that exclamation mark, then a half mark is gone. Whether if your sentence is right, but still, if you're not putting the exclamation mark, then your half mark is always gone. Parle or professeur. N'ayez pas. Vi il telephone. Soyez gentil. Ne parle pas très. And faites votre devoir. So these are some examples. These are very easy examples which are given here. So please make a note of them. So now we will see some irregular verbs also. Prendre, to take, apprendre, to learn, and comprendre, to understand. Now these three irregular verbs are very similar and very easy. Prendre, je prends, tu prends, il, elle prend, nous prenons, vous prenez, ils, elles prennent. Then apprendre, je apprends, tu apprends, il, elle apprend, nous apprenons, vous apprenez, ils, elles apprennent. Then comprendre, je comprends, tu comprends, il, elle comprend, nous comprenons, vous comprenez, ils, elles comprennent. Then again we have voir verb, which is to see, and vouloir verb, which is to want. This is not given in a textbook, but still I have given you all. It is important for you all. Je vois, tu vois, il, elle voit, sorry, il, elle voit. So sorry. Nous voyons, vous voyez, ils, elles voient. Then vouloir verb, je vois, tu vois, il, elle voit, nous voulons, vous voulez, ils, elles voulent. Then 2.6 exercises. I've given you all the questions and all the answers with it. So please note it down. Now the only topic left in the second lesson is the civilization, which is again very important. The civilization in each lesson is very important. Actually, the civilization is a very unique topic. In each lesson, meaning in the first lesson, we had about the parks and um, mm, the important monuments in the pages. And in the second lesson, we are having something about again animals only, which is very interesting topic again. So yeah. I have underlined also, so it will be easier for you all. Over here, they're the direct answers. Again, direct answers here. This question number 14 completely is based on your 8th standard portion. Over here, I have again translated the recipe of making an omelette. So I've highlighted the words of the animals. Over here, we have the chien, that is dog, leon, that is lion, and then elephant, like this, elephant. Then we have tigre, then we have songe, then we have dolphin, then we have your loop, this way, loop, then we have your shat. So in total, eight names of the animals are there. Then we move on to the very, very important part, that is civilization. Tiger is one of the most powerful mammals, but it also faces a threat of extinction. In fact, many species of tigers are already extinct. The tiger lands have been disappeared primarily because of expanding human activities. Tigers are endangered because of poachers who hunt tigers for their body parts and also habitat loss. So now let's see the civilization. Project Tiger. Project Tiger, pour lui et pour nous aussi. Le tigre est l'animal national de notre pays. Mais depuis quelques années, c'est une espèce en voie de disparition. Project Tiger. Project Tiger est un programme du gouvernement indien pour sauver et protéger ces animaux majestés. So the translation, Project Tiger, for him and for us also. The tiger is the national animal of our country, but since some years it is an endangered species. Project Tiger is a program of the Indian government to save and to protect this majestic animal. Le tigre est important pour nous. Il est un symbole magnifique de la onde et de sa richesse. Le tigre joue aussi un rôle important pour l'environnement. The tiger is important for us. It is a royal symbol of India and of its wealth. The tiger also plays an important role in the environment. So in this civilization, you're getting so many new words, and it's so nice to learn about our the tiger, which is the very important for us as it is the royal symbol of India. So that so then again, merci beaucoup for watching my video. Stay home, stay safe.